Viola Davis, born August 11, 1965, is an American actress and film producer. Davis was born on August 11, 1965, in St. Matthews, South Carolina, to May Alice Davis, née Logan, and Dan Davis. She was born on her grandmother's farm on the Singleton Plantation. Her father was a horse trainer, and her mother was a maid, factory worker and homemaker. She is the second youngest of 6 children, having 4 sisters and a brother. Soon after she was born, her parents moved with Davis and 2 of her older siblings to Central Falls, Rhode Island, leaving her other siblings with her grandparents. Her mother was also an activist during the civil rights movement. When she was 2 years old, Davis was taken to jail with her mother after she was arrested during a civil rights protest. She has described herself as having lived in abject poverty and dysfunction during her childhood, recalling living in rat-infested and condemned apartments. Davis is a second cousin of actor Mike Colter, known for portraying the Marvel Comics character Luke Cage. Davis attended Central Falls High School, the alma mater to which she partially credits her love of stage acting with her involvement in the arts. As a teenager, she was involved in the federal Trio Upward Bound and Trio Student Support Services programs. While enrolled at the Young People's School for the Performing Arts in West Warwick, Rhode Island, Davis's talent was recognized by a director at the program, Bernard Masterson. After graduating from high school, Davis studied at Rhode Island College, majoring in theater and participating in the National Student Exchange before graduating in 1988. She attended the Juilliard School for 4 years and was a member of the school's drama division, Group 22 Inches, 1989-93. In 1992, Davis starred in her first professional stage role, an off-Broadway production of William Shakespeare's comedy As You Like It as Dennis alongside Elizabeth McGovern at the Delacorte Theatre. In 1996, Davis made her Broadway debut in the original Broadway production of August Wilson's 7 Guitars as the Vera, alongside Keith David. The play opened on Broadway on March 6 at the Walter Kerr Theatre. She earned critical praise for her performance. That same year, Davis received her Screen Actors Guild card in 1996 for doing 1 day of work, playing a nurse who passes a vial of blood to future How to Get Away with Murder co-star Timothy Hutton in the film The Substance of Fire, 1996. She was paid $518. Davis continued acting off-Broadway in various productions, and appeared in bit parts on television including episodes of NYPD Blue, 1996, and New York Undercover, 1996. She also appeared in the HBO television military comedy film, The Pentagon Wars, 1996, starring Kelsey Grammer and Carey Elwes. In 1998, she played a small role in Steven Soderbergh's crime comedy film Out of Sight, 1999. In 2001, she returned to the Broadway stage in another play by August Wilson titled King Hedley II, portraying Tonya, a 35-year-old mother fighting eloquently for the right to abort a pregnancy. Her performance earned critical attention, and she received her first Tony Award for Best Featured Actress in a Play and a Drama Desk Award. She won another Drama Desk Award for her work in a 2004 off-Broadway production of Intimate Apparel by Lynn Nottage. Throughout the early 2000s, Davis appeared in numerous films, including Soderbergh's Solaris and Traffic, as well as George Clooney's Syriana, 2005, which Soderbergh produced. Hers was the uncredited voice of the parole board interrogator who questions Danny Ocean, Clooney, in the first scene in Ocean's 11, 2001. She also gave brief performances in the romantic comedy Kate and Leopold, 2001, and the drama Antoine A. Fisher, 2002. She also played secondary roles in Todd Haynes' costume drama Far From Heaven, 2002, starring Julianne Moore and Dennis Quaid. Her television work includes a recurring role in Law and Order, Special Victims Unit, starring roles in 2 short-lived series, Traveler and Century City, and a special guest appearance in a Law and Order, Criminal Intent episode entitled Badge. In 2005 and 2006, Davis began a recurring role opposite Tom Selleck in a series of films made for television based on novels by Robert B. Parker, Jesse Stone, Stone Cold, Jesse Stone, Night Passage and Jesse Stone, Death in Paradise. In 2008, Davis played Mrs. Miller in the film adaptation of the Broadway play by John Patrick Shanley, Doubt, with Meryl Streep, Philip Seymour Hoffman, and Amy Adams. Though Davis had only a few scenes in the film, she remained a highlight of the film, with noted film critic Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times specifically praising her performance, writing, "It lasts about 10 minutes, but it is the emotional heart and soul of Doubt, and if Viola Davis isn't nominated by the Academy, an injustice will have been done." Ebert would further go on to write, "She goes face to face with the preeminent film actress of this generation, and it is a confrontation of two equals that generates terrifying power." She was nominated for several awards for her performance, including a Screen Actors Guild Award, a Golden Globe Award and an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress. On June 30, 2009, Davis was inducted into the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. In 2010, Davis returned to Broadway in her third August Wilson play, this time a revival of Fences as Rose Maxon, acting alongside Denzel Washington. Her performance received raves from critics, in particular theater critic Ben Brantley of the New York Times, who described Davis's performance as extraordinary, adding, "Ms. Davis, who won a Tony for her performance in Wilson's King Hedley II, may well pick up another for her work here. Her face is a poignant paradox, both bone-tired and suffused with sensual radiance." On June 13, 2010, Davis won her second Tony Award for her performance. She was the second African American to win the Tony for Best Performance by a Leading Actress in a Play, after Phylicia Rashad. Citation needed. In 2010, Davis had small roles in the romantic comedy thriller Night and Day starring Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz, and the romantic comedy Eat, Pray, Love starring Julia Roberts. That same year, she also played the role of Dr. Minerva in It's Kind of a Funny Story, 2010, a coming-of-age film written and directed by Anna Boden with Ryan Fleck, adapted from the 2006 novel by Ned Vizzini. In August 2011, Davis starred as Ibeline Clark, a housemaid in 1960s Mississippi, in the film adaptation of Catherine Stockett's novel The Help, directed by Tate Taylor and co-starring alongside Emma Stone, Octavia Spencer, Bryce Dallas Howard, and Jessica Chastain. Davis described her performance in the film as channeling her mother and grandmother, saying, "I feel like I brought my mom to life. I channeled her spirit. I channeled the spirit of my grandmother, and I've kind of paid homage to how they've contributed to my life and the lives of so many people." She has since expressed deep regret over taking on the role. Although she still admires the people she worked with, she does not think the story or portrayal is truthful about the lives of the black characters. Davis gained praise for her work and eventually won 2 Screen Actors Guild Awards, in addition to receiving her second Academy Award nomination, as well as Golden Globe Award and BAFTA Award nominations. In 2012, Time magazine listed Davis as one of the most influential people in the world. Also in 2012, Glamour magazine named Davis Glamour's Film Actress of the Year. On June 12, 2012, Davis received the Women in Film's Crystal Award. In 2014, Davis reunited with the Help director Tate Taylor in Get On Up, a biopic of James Brown, playing Brown's mother. Her daughter, Genesis, also appeared in the film. In February 2014, Davis was cast in Peter Nowalk's pilot How to Get Away with Murder, executive produced by Shonda Rhimes for her Shonda Land production company, as the lead character. Her character, Annalise Keating, is a tough criminal defense attorney and professor who becomes entangled in murder plot with her students. It began as a series in September 2014. In September 2015, Davis became the first African American to win the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series for her role on How to Get Away with Murder. She received a second Primetime Emmy Award nomination for the role in 2016. Davis also won 2 Screen Actors Guild Awards for Outstanding Performance by a Female Actor in a Drama Series in 2014 and 2015. She received nominations from the Golden Globe Awards for Best Actress, Television Series Drama, and Critics' Choice Award for Best Actress in a Drama Series for her performance on the show. In 2015, Davis appeared in Black Hat, a Michael Mann-directed thriller film starring Chris Hemsworth. Davis also served as executive producer of the crime drama film Leela and Eve, starring herself and Jennifer Lopez in the titular roles. In 2016, Davis starred in the courtroom drama Custody, on which she also served as an executive producer, and played Amanda Waller in the film Suicide Squad, an adaptation of a DC Comics series of the same name. In 2016, Davis reprised her role as Rose Maxson for the film adaptation of Fences directed by and starring Denzel Washington. Her performance garnered critical acclaim and she received her third Academy Award nomination, making her the first black actress in history to achieve this feat. She subsequently went on to win the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress, the Golden Globe Award for Best Supporting Actress, the Screen Actors Guild Award for Outstanding Performance by a Female Actor in a Supporting Role, and the BAFTA Award for Best Actress in a Supporting Role. In 2017, Davis was presented with the 2,597th star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame by her Doubt co-star and friend Meryl Streep. While accepting the honor, Davis said, "It's like my life flashing before my eyes, and all I can say is, God has blessed my life in abundance." Davis was also listed among and a featured cover star of Time magazine's 100 Most Influential People list for the second time, her first being in 2012. Streep penned the article in the magazine, referring to Davis as having carved a place for herself on the Mount Rushmore of the 21st century, commenting that her gifts as an artist are unassailable, undeniable, deep and rich and true. But her importance in the culture, her ability to identify it, her willingness to speak about it and take on responsibility for it, is what marks her for greatness. In March 2017, Davis was awarded the Artist of the Year award at Harvard University. Also in 2017, Davis announced that she would write the sequel to the classic picture book Corduroy, titled Corduroy Takes a Bow. In a press release, Davis stated that Corduroy has always held a special place in my life, first as a child paging through it, and then again with my daughter, introducing her to the adventures of that adorable teddy bear. The book was published by Penguin Random House later in 2018. In 2018, Davis debuted Two Sides, a documentary series exploring police brutality towards the African American community. The series debuted on TV1, running through till mid-February. Davis also starred alongside fellow Shondaland co-star Kerry Washington for a special 2-hour crossover episode of How to Get Away with Murder and Scandal, aptly titled How to Get Away with Scandal. Davis's guest appearance garnered her a 4th Emmy Award nomination, and her first for Outstanding Guest Actress in a Drama Series. That same year, Davis starred in the Steve McQueen heist thriller Widows alongside Cynthia Erivo, Elizabeth Debicki, Michelle Rodriguez, and Liam Neeson. The film was an adaptation of the popular 1983 British miniseries. She received critical acclaim, with film critic Eric Cohn of IndieWire writing that the film largely belongs to Davis, warned that the actress has never been more commanding. She received her second British Academy Film Award nomination for Best Actress in a Leading Role for her performance. In 2020, Davis served as an executive producer and appeared in the documentary film Giving Voice, following students entering the August Wilson monologue competition for a chance to compete on Broadway. That same year, she starred alongside Chadwick Boseman in his final on-screen performance as the titular character in the biographical drama Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, based on the 1982 play of the same name and directed by George C. Wolfe. She received critical acclaim and a Screen Actors Guild Award for Outstanding Performance by a Female Actor in a Leading Role for her performance, in addition to her 6th Golden Globe Award nomination and her 2nd Academy Award nomination for Best Actress, her 4th nomination overall. With that nomination, she became the most nominated black actress in the history of the Academy Awards, as well as the first black actress to have been nominated for Best Actress more than once. She also appeared on the cover of the July-August 2020 issue of Vanity Fair, photographed by Dario Calmes. In 2021, Davis reprised her role as Amanda Waller in the superhero film The Suicide Squad. Also in 2021, she appeared alongside Sandra Bullock in the drama film The Unforgivable, directed by Nora Fingscheid. Davis appeared uncredited as Amanda Waller in 2 episodes, A Whole New World and It's Cow or Never, in Season 1 of the show Peacemaker, a spin-off of The Suicide Squad, and in the film Black Adam. Davis executive produced and played former First Lady Michelle Obama in The First Lady, a Showtime drama series. It premiered in April 2022. After receiving criticism on social media for her portrayal, Davis responded by calling the disapproval incredibly hurtful and saying, "It is my job as a leader to make bold choices." In 2022, Davis starred in The Woman King, inspired by true events that took place within the Kingdom of Dahomey. The film tells the story of Naniska, the general of an all-female military unit, played by Davis, and her daughter Nawi, played by Thuso Mbedu. Davis was the narrator at Disney's Candlelight Processional at Disneyland in 2022. In August 2022, it was reported that Davis was cast as head gamemaker Dr. Vola McGaul in the prequel to the Hunger Games film series, The Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. In February 2023, it was announced that Davis will reprise her role as Amanda Waller in both the 2 upcoming HBO Max TV series, The Animated Creature Commandos and the live-action Waller, with Crystal Henry and Jeremy Carver as the latter show's showrunners, a series that takes place between Season 1 and Season 2 of Peacemaker, for which Davis will also serve as executive producer. In March 2024, to commemorate the 65th anniversary of International Women's Day, Davis was one of a number of female celebrities had their likeness turned into Barbie dolls. Also in March, Davis voiced the Chameleon, who was the main antagonist of Kung Fu Panda 4, the 4th installment in the Kung Fu Panda franchise. In 2011, Davis donated funds to her hometown public library in Central Falls, Rhode Island, to assist in preventing its closure due to a lack of city funding. In 2018, Davis donated funds to her alma mater, Central Falls High School, for its theater program. Since 2014, Davis has collaborated with the Hunger Is campaign to help eradicate childhood hunger across America. Speaking on her work, Davis said that 17 million kids in this country, so 1 in 5 kids in this country, go to bed hungry. I was one of those kids, because I grew up in abject poverty. I did everything that you could possibly imagine to get food. I rummaged in the garbage cans, I stole from the local store constantly. As an honoree at the 2014 Variety Power of Women luncheon, Davis further commented that the thing that made me join DULT was the word eradicate, get rid of, not by 30%, not by 20%, not by 50%, but to do away with it. Because everyone should be a child, and should grow up and have a chance at the American dream. In September 2017, Davis started the $30,000 in 30 Days project with Hunger Is, awarding a $1,000 grant to the Rhode Island Community Food Bank in her home state. As part of her partnership with Vaseline to promote the Vaseline Healing Project, Davis attended the groundbreaking of a free community health center in Central Falls, Rhode Island in October 2016 that was sponsored by the project. The project provides dermatological care to help heal the skin of those affected by poverty around the world. She was also a speaker at the 2018 Women's March event in Los Angeles. On New Year's Eve 2020, Davis urged Georgia voters who voted via mail or Dropbox to track their ballots to ensure their votes count, directing them to vote riders for information and help to cure ballots that were not accepted. The couple met in 1999 on the set of City of Angels and immediately connected. For the How to Get Away with Murder actress, Tenen was quite literally an answer to her prayers. In a later interview with Oprah Winfrey, Davis explained that prior to meeting Tenen, she had listed out the qualities she wanted in a man during a prayer. Someone who's maybe been an actor who understands the artistic community, She recalled asking God just 3 weeks before she would cross paths with the dazed and confused actor. "Someone who goes to church and loves God. I said, if you give me that, I'll start going to church, God. I really will. I'm committed to it." And then I signed off, just like writing a letter. By 2003, Davis and Tennant were married, and in 2011, they adopted a daughter, Genesis. Davis is also stepmother to Tennant's 2 other children from previous relationships. While the pair are relatively private, they've shared a few relationship milestones on social media over the years. In June 2023, the couple celebrated 20 years of marriage, and Davis penned a sweet post about Tennant. "We've had accolades, triumphs, joy, grief, exhaustion, and still I feel your grip," she wrote on Instagram. "Through the fire and brimstone of life we have held on, together, to each other, understanding no matter what, the promise is to not let go." Davis is a Christian and regularly attends services at Oasis Church in Los Angeles.